owing money, right? And that's on both sides. Owing people money and you being owed money. If somebody owe you some money, or if you're going to lend out some money, you're going to know, or you're going to need to know how you're going to get it out back from that person financially, or you're going to have to hedge to find out how you're going to make it right. If you can't get the money back, hedge and find out how you're going to make it right.
Secure the bag with 1017 Scoochie. Yeah, Puerto Rico, East Atlanta, well, Miami. My money machine go beep, I love the sound that it make. Plus all the racks I'm count, I think that my machine about to break. Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag. These private flights, Miami nice, these Gucci bags full of cash. So when Tay Sweat from Puerto Rico, we go hard for the cheese. It's all legit, we making grip, they think I'm still selling keys. I just Cartier my eyes.
All right, so I'm gonna swirl my watermelon juice as we get started. Like I said, it's got the pulp in it. So, before we get into it today, the reason, when y'all see me drink this too, you'll see me drink it and I'll swish it around. The reason why I do that is because you want to get those natural enzymes that's in your mouth to help the digestive process. So I don't just chug it back, right? You want to get, swish it around, get the amylase, activated, push it back, right? Now, I ain't gonna get too geeky on y'all today. All right, but we're gonna have some fun. All right, so if you see me drink this, and I'm not gargling with the watermelon juice. I'm getting enzymes in it so I can digest it better. Right, it's part of the digestive process. Okay, but anyway, today's topic, like we said, we're gonna talk about owing money, right? And that's on both sides: owing people money and you being owed money. All right, and kind of how I handle things, and ways I would suggest. I like to just give you all the way, the way I move and the way I do things and handle business. I like to just share it because, of course, y'all are getting money from the stock market, right? So as y'all make more money and as y'all put more, profits in your pockets from the stock market, as we trade live together, people gonna see it, and they're gonna hold that hand out. And it's going to be some of your favorite people in your family, all the way down to the scumbags in your family that you probably not going to give money to. But eventually you're going to give money out, right? And rule number one, man, I have to mention this. Rule number one, never give away money or loan money that you can't afford to lose. So in my mind, to be honest with you, I lend money out knowing that, in my mind, that it's not coming back. Like, it's not coming back. It's not coming back. Not coming back. I just set those expectations. I actually have a tattoo that says, pray for the worst, or pray for the best, expect the worst, right? Or the opposite way. I can't see it right now, but anyway, that's it though. Like, expect the worst, pray for the best, right? And so I'm going to expect the worst thing to happen, but I'm going to pray that, the best thing happens. And so I just give the money out like it's not coming back with the expectation that it's not coming back. But now we're getting ready to get into it. But here's why I do what I do. As a person who actually has, so if my expectations is not to get the money back, right? As a person who has a little disposable income to give the money out, right? Once again, know how much you can actually loan out, okay? Now, as a person, because a lot of y'all who are day trading with me or swing trading with me, y'all gonna be making enough money to actually get that and say, hey, Now, what I will say here is, I do that so that I can get my agenda across, right? What do I mean by that? I know that throughout my lifetime, my friends, my family, the closest friends, my closest family members, they're going to need money. Hey, can you help me out here? Can you help me out here? Cool. Yeah, that works. Right? Now, the reason or the agenda that I have is I want that to stop. I don't want you to have to ask me for money. at all, right? And I don't have to ask. I rarely ask people for money. I do my best to make sure I don't need to ask people for money ever, right? And so, because I don't ask, I don't want anybody asking me. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not gonna fall on hard times, and when you do, I got your back. We family, right? However, I don't like bailing out people multiple times, right? Number one, but number two, what I will say is, I will give the money and not expect it back, because my agenda now is, usually if I've lent you money and you never gave it back, you won't ask for more. And so it's almost, for me, and this is why I'm sharing this, because I think some of y'all can look at it like this. Some of you, especially but now you got to communicate this properly. We'll get into that. But if you loan out money and you make sure you communicate that this is a loan, I will expect this back by this date or whatever date that they agree to, right? I need that back, okay? But when you do that, the way I look at it, because I'm not going to get it back, I don't expect to get it back. The way I look at it is, that's my price to pay you to never ask me for money again. That's how I look at it, all right? It's a back asswards way of thinking, right? But I never expect you to ask for me for money again. That's how Jay Prince plays it. Shout out to Jay Prince. That's what's up. But yeah, that's it. So for me, it's literally like a payment to say, hey, don't ask again. There you go. Don't ask again. Okay, send me a DM. I might have to look into you, see what you got going on. That's right. Here's your 50-year ration. That's right, Eon. For real. Natasha, yes. It's cheaper to say yes to the first ask. That's it. That's it. And so, yeah, I'll get you one. Here you go. Boom. Right? And after that one, usually, now I got some shitty family members that, like, after I've given them money and they still haven't paid me back yet, they'll still be like, I need more. And I'm like, okay, no. We've already gone through this, all right? But for the most part, this is a really good way. This is a really good way to kind of like push people away from asking for money in the future. And so, yeah, the first ask is the easiest one to say, yes to, because usually, think about this, people are very calculated. They'll ask you for a small amount of whatever, right? Like a small favor to get you to say yes. And then they'll come back and they'll ask for more and then more, right? Ladies, think about it. Usually he just asks, let me stick the tip in. Y'all know, man, I'm a little raunchy, man. I'm going to do it, right? I'm going to say it, right? Let me just get a little bit, just a little bit. The classic tip line. That's exactly right. Just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. And what always happens, right? You got the tip, and then before you know it, it is what it is. So, it's always going to be more if you accept the first yes. All right? It's always going to be more. He said, I'll be saying that to my lady. She'd be like, now you know. That's exactly right. That's funny. But anyway, yes. The first ask is usually going to be, right, a smaller, like, let's just try this out first. Right? And so, yeah, I say yes to the, the $100 here, or hey, let me borrow. My family's fucking nuts. Like people don't ask me for like normal amounts of money. Like, hey man, I'm behind on, and I wouldn't even say this is normal amounts, but like, it's like, hey, I'm behind on, rent or whatever. Like, I need like $300-400. That, to me, that's still normal amounts of money, especially with inflation, right? But yeah, sometimes they're like, hey, I need to borrow $6,000. Wait, what? Wait, why do you need $6,000? Like, I don't get it. Like, yeah, it's weird, right? It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. And then, of course, I got some rich friends who, sometimes they fall on bad times, on hard times, which, we all do. And so when they do, yeah, my rich friends, they're going to be like, bro, I need 10K. I need 15K. I need 20K. Okay, I got 20K for you here. Like, now, I need that back once again, right? I need that back because 20K is wild. Like, there's nothing that I can like get back out of a person who does not pay 20K. Like, and I feel that I got my money back, right? Like, like there is no amount of, ass on the planet that I could justify paying 20K for. So there's nothing that you could do to like, to give me back like 20K other than to just hand back $20,000, right? Or more, so yeah, man, I have some rich people, in my circle, some rich friends in my circle, we do stuff like that, right? But, once again, of course, just make it known up front, you want it back, you're going to need that back. And the reason why am I saying this? Okay, so now we're slowly going to start making the transition from giving people money to why you don't want to give money to asking or you owing somebody. Now, that's right, and you got to charge interest. The reason, for anybody who's listening to this, who's like, man, that's crazy, you got it, man, why you tripping about giving money, handing money out? Here's the reason why nobody really likes handing money out, especially even at like my level, right? Like, hey, can I borrow 20K? I really need it. Okay, cool. Why don't we like giving money out? I can do a lot of shit with 20K. Right? Like, even the family members that ask me for like $5,000-6,000, it's like, I'd much rather, like, I can go get a Chanel bag for my wife for $5K. I'd rather my wife get that than to just, like, right? Now, yeah, that's a small Chanel bag. That's a small Chanel bag, right? But, I go get a little Chanel bag for the queen if I really want to do it like that. I can get a pair of, diamond stud earrings for $5K if I wanted to do something like that. Or shit, that's a first class flight to like a lot of places for me and the queen, right? Me, the queen, and TJ, because TJ, sitting, in the lap right now. And so, yeah, me and the queen easily can fly somewhere for, 5K. So yeah, man, like, that's right. That's right. So, see, Natasha know the vibes. So yeah, I'd much rather take that 5K and do something, for me. Or if we really getting responsible now, or 5K, that's where is it sitting right now? Let me see where SPXU is sitting. Let's see. SPXU right now is sitting at $30, $33. So instead of giving you 5-6K, I can go buy crazy amount of SPXU shares, right? 100 shares? 150 shares damn near, 5K. That means the 5K that I'm giving you, if it take you, let's say you never pay it back, right? You never pay it back. Okay, that's an infinity time. right? But let's say it take you 3 years to pay it back. I can almost guarantee you that SPXU in 3 years is going to be worth probably $150, $200, right? So if I can go get 150 shares, let's just say 100. Keep the math simple. If I go get 100 shares with 5K and it's going to $200, that's $20,000 that I can get. Now, guess what? You're not going to pay me enough interest to beat that out. You're just not. Like, so these are the reasons why I need people to understand. There's reasons why people don't want to like give you money, right? Mine is because I can make much more than what I'm going to give it to you for, right? And I know but it's selfish on both ends. It's selfish. It's selfish on my end because it's like, why don't you want to help me? Why don't you want to help me? You got the money. I'm in a stressful situation. Why don't you want to help me? Well, that's your selfish part. That's you thinking about you. And then my selfish part is because the 5K I'm finna give you now, I'm probably not going to see it back. And if I do, it might return as 5,500 if I'm lucky. You might give me a little extra on the top. Here's 5,500, right? So in my mind, I'm not losing $5,000 when I hand it over to you. In my mind, if I know I can turn 5K into 20, I'm losing $20,000. So the 5K you asked me for, I'm losing 20. Or the 20K that you asked me for, I'm losing like 100,000. That's why we don't like to give away money. Plus, that's right, yeah, plus the dividends. Because SPXU pays 8-9% dividend, and so $5,000 will also pay me, let's just say 10% would be $500 a year. So yeah, $400 a year. So I'm gonna make $400 a year on that 5K, and I'm gonna get the appreciation to take out 20K when it's ready. Let me answer some of y'all's questions, man. I see y'all got, look. Trail say, hold on, they pay dividends too? Yes, they pay dividends as well, right? Yes, they pay dividends as well, right? And once I stop lending my friends money, they stop calling me, yeah. Which means you get more peace. Anybody who's just around to like use me, I'd love for them to stop calling, for sure. That's right. It's about better position in the family. Facts. Yes, easy to teach them to trade. Yep. I don't loan money when I'm building a trade. Facts. Same. SPXU runs inverse of spot correct. Yes. Yep. You got it, Shirley. There you go, Kyler. There you go, Kyler. 30,000. That's right. Let's see. Is that the difference with SPXU? I believe so. I don't know what you mean, the difference between which ones. Let's see. Yo, that's the money game on a whole other level. Yeah. Oh, the dividend. Yeah. It's a beautiful dividend on it, Travis. Yep. Beautiful dividend on it. So yeah, people don't understand. And that's the thing. Like usually, not everybody, but usually if you need money, if you need to be lent money, like somebody needs to lend you money, usually they need to lend you money, or you need to receive that money because you aren't good with money. Like you're making some horrible risk-taking decisions, or you just got a horrible spending problem on bullshit, right? But nonetheless, I try to tell people like, yeah, like SPXU pays the dividend, Cujo. But yeah, I try to tell people that, you know, they don't understand how this money game works. So to them, it's like, you got it, give me some. And to us, it's like, no, I got it, so I can go get more. I can use this to go get me more, not for you to go squander off, right? And so that's the whole difference, right? That's the whole difference. Shirley, I mean, you splitting hairs at this point. You know, play whichever one you like. But yeah, that's the name of the game that people don't understand. I don't want to let you borrow money because clearly, like, I'm gonna miss out. I'm missing out on something, and so lending or being a lender is crazy because you have to be very selfless to lend money out, right? And then so now, as we wrap up, talking about lending money out to people, right? Or excuse me, being on the receiving side of being lent money. It's very stressful. It should be. If I lend money, from somebody like, hey, give me some money. Hey, I need help. I need this. I need that. I need that. I'm stressed the whole time because I'm like, I gotta get this money back. I gotta get this money back, right? And I'll be honest, I don't care if it's tax money, the government, even though they didn't lend me anything, but I owe that money. I'm scurrying to try to get this money, right? To pay the government or pay, Uncle Sam, his percentage, right? So for me, man, like, I don't like owing money and I don't like being owed money. And I don't know which one is more stressful for me, but I would probably say owing people money is more stressful because I feel like, if I don't get you your money, you're going to want something else. And I don't know what that is, right? You're going to want a life. Hey, I'm going to take out your, your legs. I don't know shit. Because that's how I think, right? If I don't get my money, I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to need your wife for a couple nights or something. Like, I don't know, right? Like, the way I think, when people owe me money, I'm like, all right, man, I'm sure there's something we can do to make this right. I'm sure there's something we can do to make this right. So I don't like owing people money for that reason, because that's how my mind works. So, Drill said your wife or your pinky. I don't even want the pinky. I don't want to chop no fingers off. I don't want to do none of that. I want something that I'm going to enjoy. So, yeah, I want your wife for depending on how much you owe. Maybe I want your wife for the weekend or something. I don't know. I want something. Maybe you can come do some, some cleaning around the house. Like, you can do something, but I want to feel good about the decision of giving you that money. So whatever you got to do in return, I need to feel good in the return. Right? I need to feel good on the return of the money. All right. So, she cleaning more than the house. That's right. I need to feel good on the return of the money. Like, you know what? That wasn't bad after all. I'd loan that money out again. I need to feel good after the process. After the process, right? So yeah, man. That's just how I think. That's just how I think. So I don't like owing people money, but for that reason, because of how I think. But that's right. Now I see why you married her, bro. That's what's up. But Ro said that's totally inappropriate. I mean, I'm just being honest, Ro. Yeah, I'm like, look, you gotta pay some kind of way. But see, here's the thing, right? Back in the old days, this is how that shit went. This is how it went. If you borrow money that you couldn't pay back, like, they were coming for something. Like, we just live in such a protected world now where, like, killing somebody that owe you money is illegal. It used to not be. Right? Or, beating somebody's ass that owe you money used to not be illegal. It is today. You know, it don't matter why you beat their ass or why you took out a couple knees. Just that's battery, man. You know, aggravated assault. You know, that's so like Casey said, it's only illegal if you get caught. That's right. So yeah, man, it's one of those things that you can't do a lot of things you used to be able to do, right? So back in the day, like I said, if you owe money, I know what I'm saying right now sounds inappropriate because of what we're used to right now, but literally back in the day, y'all could go do y'all's research on this. Literally back in the day, if I gave you some money, like if a king or anybody, if somebody lent you money, especially a substantial amount of money, and you couldn't pay it back, they were coming for your wife. I mean, some of them were coming for you as a man, because the man on man thing back in the day was still a thing. But they coming for you, so you're gonna have to pay physically, right? They coming for your wife or your daughter. These are real things. Like, these are real things. So like, people don't understand this used to be a crazy world. Like, y'all think shit crazy now. This used to be a crazy world, right? This used to be a crazy world. So like, literally, like, if you couldn't pay, then your daughter, now we own your daughter. Like, just go on and send her over here, right? And maybe we'll use her as like a maid, and maybe she just works off the debt. She works for the family now, or the wife, whoever, whichever one. They work for the family now, and so now you gotta come over here and pay off this debt. Like, that's how it shit used to work. It's crazy. It's crazy. So still is outside the US, right? Yeah. So like, it's crazy. Like, I know I sound crazy to some of y'all because y'all have become accustomed to, American values. But yeah, like back in the day and outside of the country, yeah, like you can't owe too much, or they coming for some certain things. All right. So, I don't really like owing people. So I do my best. And I'll let you know, like, hey, I'm doing my best to pay this back. Let's communicate, whatever I got to do. Hey, I'm working. Give me a little time, but I got you, right? I'm going to let you know in a hurry that I'm working. I'm looking to pay you back ASAP because I don't want to owe you. That's right. Y'all better back test this country. Facts. So other than that, family, love y'all. I'm gonna go on and get up out of here. Other than that, let's keep back testing this country, making sure we know what happened in this country, but also back testing the market like we do so we can secure the bag the way we do normally. All right. With that being said, I'm gonna leave y'all with a tidbit. All right. If somebody owe you some money, or if you're going to lend out some money, you're going to know, or you're going to need to know, how you're going to get it out back from that person financially, or you're going to have to hedge to find out how you're going to make it right. If you can't get the money back, hedge and find out how you're going to make it right. Right. Okay. So we're going to keep hedging in life. We're going to keep doing our thing like we normally do. We're going to keep securing the bag. So love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Yes. Tomorrow is Thursday. So yeah, I should be here. And other than that, love y'all. We out.
Secure the bag with 1017 Scoochie. Yeah, Puerto Rico, East Atlanta, well, Miami. My money machine go beep, I love the sound that it make. Plus all the racks I'm count, I think that my machine about to break. Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag. These private flights, Miami nice, these Gucci bags full of cash. Owing, Tay Sweat from Puerto Rico, we go hard for the cheese. It's all legit, we making grip, they think I'm still selling keys. I just Cartier my eyes, cost by G.